All right, then, welcome into Extra Time. Greg Burley, Stevie Nicol, Matteo Bonetti, Sebastián Salazar here to answer your questions. And we've got a good slate of them, so let's dive right in. Kartik wants to know.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Let me see that pen.
Ah, dude. The real...
Seriously? I mean, come on. Donald Duck.
We're a Disney company. Wait, is Donald Duck Disney?
I know, but come on. How old are
I'm
you?
a company man.
How old are you?
Old enough not to be using a Donald Duck pen.
Exactly.
Gosh, we were off to such a smooth start there. Kartik wants to know, why not have standard implementation of VAR in at least knockout stages of FA Cup? Swansea were really unlucky to miss out today. They were. I mean, Man City got lucky.
I don't know why they don't. Why don't they?
I've no idea.
If Shaka were here, he would give us one reason.
No, Shaka was given an excuse.
Oh, and what was his excuse? That at the smaller grounds they don't have it?
Yeah, they can't afford it. They don't have the facilities to.
Kind of makes sense.
Oh, yeah. It would make sense if it was Brentford against Manchester City. But the fact is, it's Swansea.
They say they have to train the referees, but really they should know what they're looking at. It's not like they're looking at anything new. And you know what? When you watch football with VAR, when you look at a game that you know doesn't have VAR, it almost feels ruined for me at this point.
VAR in at all the Premier League grounds, but not Swansea. Anyway, but at some point you think you'd ought to have it in. All right, Christopher wants to know, do City have a realistic chance on winning the quadruple?
Absolutely, you've got a realistic chance.
Yeah?
Teams have won the treble. So why not?
Long way to go.
Nobody thought Real Madrid could win three Champions Leagues in a drop, and they've done it.
Do you think they will? Maybe that's a better question. All right.
They're not getting by Juventus.
Why don't you think that? Because of Juve?
Because having been involved in football for so long, you know there's something round the corner waiting. There always is. And it almost happened today. You know, City going 2-0 down today, we thought that was it. But they come back because they've got great players. But
because we don't have VAR.
Listen, there's always a pitfall around the corner somewhere. And you know it's coming, you just don't know when it's going to come.
What do you think?
Don't.
No?
Don't get paid to think.
Okay.
Paid to talk.
Moving right along. Next question.
Should take heed of that.
This one is for you, Stevie. Should Raul Jimenez start over Chicharito for L3? Also,
Yes.
is Stevie more fun than Craig?
Stevie,
This person.
Listen.
This is my wife, actually, who tweeted this in. I should say that.
Well, the answer is yes and yes. That was a bit,
Very good.
What was
I
the
like
question?
it.
A double.
Now,
We got a
Chicharito
double.
had 2 goals today. Jimenez just the one. Well, I don't. Yeah, I think just the one.
So hold on, is your wife a supporter of Mexican football as well?
She.
Because I'd imagine before
Hold on
she
a
met you, she absolutely couldn't give a stuff.
Hold on.
No.
Cares not a jot.
No.
So she's just playing the game now. I'll keep him happy. He's not the
I mean,
brightest.
yeah, she's playing that
I'll throw
game
in
a
the
lot.
old Mexican question about the national team, and he'll give me, he's just not the brightest.
Right. Her name's Keely Devan, right? His name's Salazar, right?
Sorry, what is it?
Sorry,
Say
I'm-
that into the camera, please.
Salazar.
I'm staying out of this.
So, the truth
Sebastián
is,
Salazar.
you fed her that question because you wanted to answer it. So what is it?
I
then?
did not feed her that question.
I think you did
not
because you
his
were
wife.
talking about this behind the scenes.
It's not his wife. Don't listen to that rubbish. She's Devan. He's Salazar.
Yes. And
So-
we're a modern couple, Stevie.
He's
What can I
blushing
tell
now.
you?
He's blushing.
So it should be Keely Devan Salazar.
Yeah, but then she's got to go to change her name. That's a hassle. People don't want to do that. They don't want to stand in line at the DMV to get a new driver's
Tell you
license.
what,
She won't do that for you.
I wouldn't ask her to do that for me.
That tells you how much she thinks about you then.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tell you what, that must have been some nights out before you got married every night going, what do you think, Chicharito? Should you start for Mexico?
How do you think I got her
I think
married?
I'll have the Pinot Noir. No, but will Chicharito? Will he start from Mexico?
You smooth talker, you.
I'm really probably the worst when it comes to that. Yeah, she's over soccer. I think Jimenez is ready to start over Chicharito, and Stevie
Well,
and
that
Craig
would
are
be
equally
difficult.
fun, I would say.
But he's never taken you out.
You're right. You know what? Craig gets the edge here, but that's only based on experience. Some of the stories I hear about Stevie, he might be quite a bit of fun to hang out with.
You can angle that whatever way you like.
All right, so Kerry wants to know,
won't you?
if ESPN was a team, who'd be the coach and who'd be the captain?
Well, he'd either be coach or captain. Maybe
Stevie.
Mariner might be coach.
I could be player, coach, and captain.
Right.
Wow. It's
Mariner
like you're making it all about yourself, man.
Mariner coach and Nicol captain.
Right.
There
Has
you go.
anybody ever done that? Right. Anybody who actually was
Player,
player
coach.
manager, did they make themselves captain as well? I wonder if anybody's ever done that.
Kenny
You've been
never
a
did
player
that.
manager.
No.
You've been a player manager, yeah?
Right, but I was never the captain.
Why not? Why didn't you make yourself? Who was your captain?
It was in the Boston Bulldogs.
So we don't know his name.
Was you ever captain? Did you captain?
Well, it was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
In fact, it was longer than that. It was like 18 years ago.
Did you captain during your career?
Yes.
Yeah. Liverpool.
We can be water boy,
Yes.
physio.
Yeah, I don't think
We'll let you guys do the captaining stuff.
Much
Leave it to
role.
you, Stevie. How
What
about
would
that?
Shaka
Bus
be in?
driver.
Sorry?
What would Shaka be in all this?
Strangely enough, he'd be the goalkeeper.
Sounds like a good
Odd
one.
one.
Thank you for
And a
that.
shock move.
Director of holidays.
This next
vacation.
question is really the only reason we've had extra time today. From Terry, what did the guys think of
Oh,
Six Nations
magic.
today?
Oh dear. Are we going to be honest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what part of the Six Nations? Because
Oh, we're talking about Scotland coming back on
so I
England,
watched the
man.
Wales v Ireland game, which the Welsh won the lot, played great, and then sat down for Scotland v England, which didn't mean anything in the Championship, but is a big rivalry, and watched England pulverise Scotland in the first 25 minutes, or first half, and I gave up. It was that bad, 31-0. And then Scots rose from the grave.
The Scots
All I
rose
know is
the
that I
grave.
went in the room, you guys were watching the rugby, I said, isn't that a fumble? I got kicked out right away. So I have absolutely no input in this.
He was coming up the stairs, and I was screaming.
And he was, as soon as he heard you scream, he started running because he knew something had happened.
Yeah, well, it
Well, the
certainly
thing
was.
was, I taped it, so I had to leave halfway through the, halfway through the first half to come here. So I taped it, but at 31-0,
You'd given up.
I'd given up.
Yeah.
I actually got on my clicker and deleted the tape. And then I got here, I went through the front door, and
Still
all I
using
heard was
old
this
tapes?
I heard this shout.
Was it a VHS?
Yeah. I heard somebody screaming, so
Yeah, and I never
I tried to
get
get
that.
up the stairs as fast as I could, and it was in. And it was 31-all. I could not
I think
believe
it was like 31.
24.
When you got here, was
yeah,
they
but
were
and they
still in the
scored.
comeback.
Yeah, and they scored the try, and that made it 31-all.
Well, I never.
The
as you
try
know,
to tie it. Or
I
to go the lead.
never get like that over a game of football.
No, not even
Never.
close. Not even
Ever.
close. I've
Just sit and
never
watch it.
seen
Don't,
you.
don't care what happens.
So
Rugby,
intense. Yeah.
Scotland playing.
But not just playing their rivals, epic comeback.
Well, they came back to 38-31 with
for Scotland.
in overtime, and England scored the try and it equaled it.
The try to take the 38-31 lead for Scotland. That run. I don't know much about it, but that was.
I mean, he took. There was 5 of them trying to get him.
Yeah.
He danced past 2, and then
Dance.
another 3 pitched up, tried to dive on him, and he still carried them over the line as well.
Italy, how did they do in the Six Nations?
They've got great beards. That's the only thing I noticed when I clicked it on a little bit. Other than that, I have
They've got
absolutely
better.
no idea.
See, he's got a clicker
yeah, no,
as
they've
well.
They've said that they
He's
all
got a
look like.
clicker as well.
Does he
I
go-
do have a clicker.
Does
no,
he
but
delete his tape?
Yeah, but he's
They all look like Gennaro Gattuso, which I found absolutely fascinating. That was my tactical
He was a good rugby
analysis.
player.
Yeah, I'd be brilliant rugby player. He should have been. Could be now. Played for Rangers, didn't he?
How Italian are you? if
against
you
him.
don't support
How was it?
Italian rugby.
18.
Go on then, give us a story.
No, I don't have any stories. He lost. But he played, I don't know what age he would be, January 98. So what's that, 21 years ago. What age is he now? I don't know what he is now. So he'd have been,
Must be 40, 41.
so he'd have been about 18, 19. And he played in that Rangers team as a young boy. Got his backside whooped that day. By the old experience. He played in the
By
middle
Burley, of course.
He played in the middle of the park against Paul Lambert, my old teammate from Celtic, Scotland, Dortmund, and me.
I'd like to hear his side of the story though.
Well, he lost
he
2-0.
obviously learned a few tricks from the maestro here. You know what I mean? Middle of the park. Right?
Taught him about nights out in Glasgow, and you never.
So where are we going to celebrate Scotland tonight? I guess I didn't win.
You?
so- yeah. Well, I'm on board, man.
Well, I'm not going with you, I know that.
You got the tab.
yeah,
I don't
that's-
want to sit and talk about Chicharito all night.
you might end up marrying
Know what I
me.
mean?
You never know.
Put the ball away. You know what I mean? Seb walks around with a ball under his arm all day.
You are such a liar, man. You ever hung out with me?
Ever?
No, you haven't. So how do you know if I walk around with a ball all day?
Hey, don't.
Don't. He told me.